In this replay, we're going to be looking at our good friend here, Sigord. And he sent this ones replay in right around when he was a Diamond 2 player. Just looking for some tips why he can't rake up as fast as he'd like to. He says he's a, what was it, Champ 2? Champ 3 player in 2s. So, getting a little frustrated with the ones play. Let's see what we can do. Right off the rip, we have a really nice kickoff. He does try to turn it to the right. In general, when I see kickoffs like this, normally I see players side flip to this side. So it's weird seeing you side flip to this way. It all depends on what this guy's doing, really, on which way you flip. I, in general, like to flip like this, just because it's easier to push the ball this way. Besides that, the kickoff, very, very fast, very, very nice. I like it. But yeah, you see how you kind of flip the other way and you like went upfield? You definitely don't want to be upfield on a kickoff. You want to be behind the ball on your side of the field for the most part, pushing yourself towards boost. But it was inconsequential because you get back and almost get dunked, but we're good. Yeah, obviously you probably put this in the best spot possible, because if you would have put this any lower and any more to the left, I think you're getting dunked for the goal. So, worked out. This is ones, so you're going to get scored on. That's just how it goes. Yeah, nice control off the wall. Not fully committing to anything just yet. Getting back, we're in a shadow defense, which is good. A little awkward, right? So, yes, you want to be in shadow defense here, but you want to be in a spot where you can still challenge. The ball just gets pushed to you, and it's very awkward. It's not easy to challenge this. Almost get scored on. I'm trying to think of a better time for you to challenge this ball. You know, probably staying maybe a hair closer to it, so that way it's not so much space between where you and the ball are. Either way, I mean, it's an awkward spot. You're not expecting that kind of touch, that soft touch there. So, but good cutoff there. Your opponent passed it right to you, so that was great. I'm curious, what would you guys do put it in the comments, put it in the chat now. What would you have done in that last play? Very curious. Another good kickoff. We didn't flip, like, the wrong way, I think. I mean, it works out. We're not actually going to get to this boost, which is unfortunate. We're going to have to give up possession. Induce a challenge or a flick. You know, this is pretty good. I actually like that you forced him to do something. Just got to get a better spot to actually challenge the ball after it goes off the back wall. Thankfully, nothing comes of it. I should probably define what a better spot is. You know, I'd probably be ready for this. You know, as soon as we get to this point, we're inducing this. We know it's going off the back wall. Like, realistically, our options are go up the wall and cut this off, or wait for the ball to bounce out and play it that way. So what I would probably do if we're trying to do the second play, because we can't do the first one. We're never going to get to this ball before it gets onto the back wall, right? We just got to, as you come, you need to turn your car out, field faster, so that we can cut this off. You kind of just kept turning it towards the net, and that's how you have this awkwardness, right? Where you're kind of floating. Overall, I mean, it's a tough spot. I mean, it's not a lot of players will be able to get to that ball anyways. It's ones, right? Ones is so difficult. The positioning, the defense, like, it is not an easy game mode to play. I like this play. Let's slow play it. Stay behind the ball. Mess up the wave dash, unfortunately. So now we're back in shadowing. So be careful when we're shadowing here. You don't want to open yourself up like this. So, ball's here. As we're shadowing, we want to make sure that we're always funneling this ball into a certain spot, right, where we can attack it. So that means we kind of want to be almost slightly behind in a way where we can still catch up and cut the ball off, but we're not getting too far like where you are, where we open up another angle that your opponent can attack you with, right? Because once we get up to here and we're, you know, up this far, you open up your back to where Mr. Steel could cut you this way and then maybe shoot it. And now you also have to, you're overcommitting to this ball here, right? So you gotta be careful. You don't want to give up all this space behind you that allow Mr. Steel to do something here. Obviously, we'll see how this play goes. See, that's where he goes. He goes there. It's safe because it's to the corner for the most part, but, you know, ideally we could funnel him a little easier if we just stay on his, like, back hip almost. So good goal, by the way, on the counter attack. Ooh, bad kickoff. And that's just going to be a goal. Let's talk about the kickoff then. So, I mean, your speed is great. You get there, but you're... I guess he's faster to you to it. Just the way you're attacking this, right? Like, your nose of your car is, like, attacking this side of the ball. You're going through the ball like this. And he's just going through it dead in the middle, right? So, I mean, let's look at this more from, like, a fly perspective. Like, if you look at the angles that we're attacking this ball from, you're clearly going off to the right side of the ball. You're actually not driving to where the ball is currently. I know you're going to flip to the left and try to cover that ball, but, I mean, he's there much faster as well. So that's why you lost this kickoff, is because you're not actually behind the ball. If you were actually behind the ball here, and then you tried to flip to block it, you might not have had it go straight into your net. There might have been chances where he hits it first, then you hit it second, and it goes right behind him, right? So, must have been a very fast kickoff from Mr. Steel here to beat you that quickly. So, but just be cognizant of that when we're going for kickoffs. We want to make sure we're behind the ball, and it's like going for a solid 50, right? That's much better. Solid behind the ball, good 50. It just, you know, he ends up being faster to it again, and we get the kickoff goal, or he gets the kickoff goal. And realistically, in ones, I mean, kickoff goals are going to happen. If you do all the right steps, you should be fine. I'm assuming you messed that one up, but we're doing okay here. All right, good. I like hanging around. Playing in the corner is a little dangerous. Yeah, there's just nothing here. It's so awkward. Once the ball gets into the corner like this, like, it's so hard to make offense out of it. And you gotta be careful of any counterattacks. You do a good job of just kind of pressing the issue, but then bailing when it's, you know, convenient. Now we got space. I like that you cut it in field, and then, yes, just a good solid 50. I really like this play. I really, really like this play. We have plenty of time. Cut this ball in field, so let's watch it from our opponent's perspective here. He tries a fake challenge, but you know, you cross the field up. Now he's not shadowing anymore. This isn't shadow defense anymore because now you're just plowing right towards him. You end up going underneath them. He just kind of lets you do whatever, right? So this is where shadow defense is bad, or where we don't want our shadow defense to do, right? He kind of hangs out and just hangs out here. He just hangs out, and just lets all this happen, right? With our shadow defense, we're trying to funnel him into something, whereas as soon as they make a play, like they cut it up here, then we can strike, right? So where I would be looking to challenge is right here. I'd want to try to challenge him as he's trying to flip it over this way. Realistically, though, you know, this is totally fine too with how patient he's playing. I could see it going either way. We're trying to early challenge, get him as soon as that ball falls off this car, or, you know, we sit back like he is and just have a better 50. I mean, the 50 from the Mr. Stealth here is pretty bad. So, kickoff was good there. Good save. Get the boost and get demoed. That's unfortunate. Good demo for Mr. Stealth. Demos in ones. If you can get them, man, you open up yourself to a lot of space. Good save. Good recovery, too. This is dangerous for us, for the other team. For the other team. Okay, very risky play. I don't necessarily condone it, just because it is, you know, it's ones. This is super risky. You know, if Mr. Stealth can get to this ball. But high risk, high reward, right? Get to the ball quickly. He had no idea. And then just a beautiful shot to play to score right off that. So, you gotta be okay with the risk you take in ones. Now, I don't know if this was a fake kickoff. Like, you're trying to fake them, or you just didn't flip. If it was a fake, I'd say it's a bad fake because you're giving up ball and boost in your corner. Never a good trade-off. Good challenge. I like the use of the backboard here. I would also say, you know, the backboard was good, but I also want to bring up the point too of, are we really afraid of anything that's going to be coming out of this corner that we need to be on the back wall to defend it? Like, especially this way. I probably would go for something on the ground. And as he pokes this ball out, like, because there's realistically going around the corner like this, you know, yes, you going on the wall stops any doomsy dishes, you know, where he just lets the ball slowly roll and go into the net. So you can stop them by being on the wall already. But realistically, like, is he, you know, he's not going to just not touch this ball. And you'll have plenty of time to drive on the ground and then go up and cut that off. I like the idea of just staying on the ground. And then as he hits this out and dribbles it down the other side of the field, just chase behind him. And take the ball away from him when he eventually gets up possession. Like, it's just not scary what he's doing there. So I wouldn't full commit off the wall and then, you know, have to recover back. Good, I like the patience. Let's get a good dribble here. Oh, dribble bump. I like it. That's a good play. That's a great play. You have a lot of options here. As soon as this ball comes off like this, we have so many options. So many options. He is basically, you know, taking the L here. He's going to have to defend this somehow. You have so many options. You cut this in field. Try to take a power shot. You can dribble it like you did and then maybe get a flick. Or you can do what you did, which I really like. Take a touch towards your net and then go for the demo. All great plays that could happen in this scenario. And this is where ones is just so good for training your mechanics, right? How often in a twos match do you get this kind of scenario? Probably what? Maybe once a game, twice a game? And ones, it's every play, right? You get to practice these things that are going to come in handy and be like those critical moments in twos and threes. Every play, basically. Alright. So, we got some good pursuit there. It's risky here, right? It's risky. We take our touch, you know, it's just not a lot there. You do a good job of not fully committing to anything, though. And you kind of chase behind where the ball is. In general, I don't love this rotation just because of the fact that, like, if Mr. Stealth doesn't completely, like, whiff on this, you know, pre-flip here, he's just going to push the ball to the middle and play it right past you, right? So, like, chasing the ball from behind is never really great. It works out in this case because your opponent whiffed. So I just say, maybe be cautious. I'm loving that you're mixing up, by the way, your offense. You're not just doing flicks. You're not just doing, like, air dribbles, anything like that. You're mixing up power shots, dribble bumps, stuff like that. It's a diamond rank. Good. Just trying to get the ball moving. You thought he was challenging you, but ended up wasn't. That's okay. Nothing wrong with an early flick. Ooh, nice. Then we wait for the whiff, and then, oh, that sucks. You got to touch on that. This is exactly what we want when we're, you know, ball hawking, waiting for something to happen. We smell blood in the water. We go, but he just so happens to get a touch on it, unfortunately. And yeah, that's just a good counterattack goal. There's literally nothing wrong with what you did. That is exactly what every player will do. It's just unfortunate. They had a really nice, really nice touch. Love this kickoff. You reckon? I love the adaptation you have. You know, you don't have to do the same thing every time in once, just because that's how you trained it or whatever. You should have multiple ways to do things. We've seen Sigord get basically dusted on a few kickoffs here. And what does he do? Mixes in a slow kickoff, but he doesn't even flip into it. He does a single jump kickoff so that he can wave dash and go attack this ball immediately. And almost leads to a goal. If he was just a hair on the left of this ball, he would have scored this. He came around this corner and he just needs to like come around this corner and just be like right here instead, and then because then you're kind of dunking this guy's angles too. But he just got like a hair inside on it and just pushes it high. Let him have a chance at it, but you know. Oh man, I'm surprised he didn't go for it. Oh, damn. Okay, but yes, you don't have to do the same thing. We should mix it up in ones, keep our opponents on our toes. So Sigord, if you're a Champ 3 player in 2s, and you know obviously you have a lot of good foundational stuff, I say it's tough. You're up 1 goal, so you don't need to score. But man, I'm surprised you didn't send this. It's probably for the best, because you are only up 1 goal. We don't want to give up a free one. But man, I'm shocked you didn't send that and just try to double tap that. I think you could have done it. But also, high risk, right? You're only up 1 goal. You don't need to do that. So the play you went for is totally fine. You do gotta, if you're gonna go for this one, you do have to put this on net with like some power. You can't just pop it up again and then like be indecisive if you're gonna go or not. Like, you know, if you're gonna go for this play, just be a little bit more snappy, a little bit more confident in yourself. You could definitely have scored that. I don't see any reason why you couldn't have. Going for a demo? Oh, okay. Now can we get the soft Doomsy? Oh, unfortunately. Tried to. And then just a nice air dribble from our opponent. That's tough. I mean, it's just that small margin of error, right? We tried to get the Doomsy. We couldn't. We flipped. We end up on our hood. And then, yeah, just a simple air dribble from Mr. Stealth here is all he needs. Now, could we have maybe saved this, is what I'm trying to see here. The recovery was pretty bad, right? We got back. No, I don't think you could have. Maybe if you went straight back in a very straight line, you could have, but that's a tough one. I think he got you on that. Same strategy as before. The wave dash doesn't go out in our favor, but that's okay. Oh, if we gotta get that boost. Alright, good. We got it. We have control. Let's just keep this up here close.
Have a Sid just followed.
Oh, and okay. Thank you, Havoc. Havoc. Thank you, Havoc. I appreciate you, man. Very all-in play here. We're going for the ground-to-air dribble bump, I believe. Very risky play, right? I mean, high risk, high reward. Dude plays it off the frickin' post and then scores it like that. That is just, I mean, that's just unfortunate. It's a very risky play, right? You're going all in, basically, if you're doing that. So, you know, you just got to accept that. Oh, but he fluffs the kickoff, so we take it. We take those wins. Tie that back up. Very good, very good. So we're all tied up. 14 seconds left. Yeah, this kickoff is very important, so... We do get the ball, no boost. You know, just be careful being this close. You know, we definitely don't want him to get over us. All right, good. We go into overtime. There wasn't anything threatening there, so I liked your positioning. Oh, big kickoff. Okay. Love switching this up in overtime. And boom. Dust him. He's nowhere to be seen. Let's go. Let's look at this guy's perspective here. Like, where is he? He's just chasing you. He's so confused. Beautiful play, Sigord. Honestly, so nice. And he's gone. I love the adaptation. Just the how many different things you tried during this game is just so nice to see. Like, keep working all those different angles, trying to be smarter than the guy. Havoc has a really good point here. When you're close to the net, flicking the ball is probably your better option. Just be careful not to boomer it off the back wall. And if you're super close, don't utilize like front flips as much with your flicks. Try side flips, because if you front flick into your really close at your opponent's goal, you're more likely to fall into their goal versus if you front flip. Versus if you side flip, I feel like the ball kind of stays a little lower in general, and you don't end up in their net. You can kind of push your momentum to the side and have a better time recovering. So something I like that advice from Havoc, so I'm stealing it. Thank you. Definitely something to work on. More of those flicks in that closer range. 50s have been very good. I think, yeah, I like the 50s. You know, there's maybe some small decision-making things that you kind of made up for with just general mechanics and just, you know, very smart game sense stuff. I think the biggest thing is just some of the kickoff stuff. Some of the kickoff stuff is a little weird, I think. The flipping to, I feel like, the wrong way, but that is okay. I mean, as long as you can find a way to get behind that ball and be solid, you know, you can flip whichever way you want, really. For the most part, I'll say. But overall, really good Sigord. I feel like there's one more thing I want to tell you, but now I'm blanking. Yeah, just keep up with the, understand the high risk, high reward stuff, right? A lot of times those, the air dribbles at really close range, they're all in place, right? So understand that that's how counterattacks can happen. Although, you gotta be aggressive sometimes, because sometimes it pays off, which you saw. So I'll stop rambling there. Hopefully this replay helped you out, Sigord. I really appreciate the replay. Thank you so much.